welcome back to another episode of the Female Empowered Podcast. I'm your host, Christa Gurka, and this month we are doing all things marketing. So I'm doing the marketing month. So last week we heard from Connie, who talked all about website optimization, SEO, and basically how your website is your marketing hub for the most part. So what I wanted to do today was really talk about all the different types of marketing, the different kinds of marketing channels and strategies. And then the next two episodes or next several episodes are going to be with experts in marketing. I'm going to bring an ad strategist on as well as a digital marketing strategist. So really all of you listeners get a full idea, a full understanding of what lives under the marketing umbrella, because it can just seem like a never-ending battle. Okay. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff right now because there's so many places that people get information. There's so many places that people find out about you and your services. And so I'm going to share some of that information with you today. All right. So first off, I want to share, and I've shared this before, so if you've listened to me for a while, you probably heard this, but I did at one point. So I believe marketing is a major part of any service-based business for over 10 years. And I basically was fumbling around in the dark for a long time. I've gone through a couple different marketing companies, and I was working with an ads company, a digital marketing agency, which was a very reputable agency. They worked with some of like the best high names you would recognize, Amy Porterfield and things like that. And so I was like, oh, they must come really well. They're coming really well recommended. And so anyways, I worked with them for a year. I was paying $3,500 a month just for the agency, not including ad spend. So all in all, I was paying probably $5,000 a month at least for them to run some digital ads. So it was basically ads. It wasn't any other type of marketing. It was digital ads. And I got zero conversions. Zero, zero. Okay. Zero, none, nil, niche, yet. I don't know all the languages, but yeah. So I spent $50,000 pretty much and got nothing. And come to find out, which later on when I joined what I deem as the best marketing program, the for ads, was Claire Pelletro's Get Paid Marketing. If you want to go check out her podcast, the Get Paid Marketing podcast, she's amazing. She taught me everything I now know about ads. And when we looked at what I was doing before, what we found out was the ads were just being set up incorrectly. The audiences weren't correct. And I didn't know enough to be able to go in and say, this doesn't look right to me. Okay. So I spent a lots of money, not a whole lot of time, because I basically abdicated my responsibility to somebody else. But by the end of this episode, what I hope that you will have is a better understanding for the different types of marketing channels out there and how to choose the right mix for your specific business, your specific budget, and your specific bandwidth. Okay. I love a good, what's the word? Not an analogy, I can't think of words, people. Anyways, when you say alliteration, thank you. All right. So let's talk first about like the marketing ecosystem out there. So there's three main types of marketing channels out there: organic marketing, paid marketing, and earned marketing. Okay. I'm going to say that again: organic marketing, paid marketing, earned marketing. All right. Now, organic marketing, what does that mean? Anything that's like organic in nature, organic growth, organic marketing is something that comes naturally from your specific efforts and you don't put money behind it. So, a good example of organic marketing would be a Pilates instructor consistently posting tips and tutorials and quick exercises on Instagram or YouTube, or on a blog, and building authority over time. So most organic marketing, actually, I would say all organic marketing takes time. Lots and lots and lots of time. Okay. So then you have paid marketing. So paid marketing is when you spend money on some type of marketing. It's you get featured on the cover of something. And by the way, FYI, most of those are paid. Okay, most of those are paid. You buy Facebook and Instagram ads, you do Google ads, you can do LinkedIn ads, Pinterest ads, TikTok ads. You are paying for that marketing channel to reach your ideal audience. Okay, so what's a good example of this? A good example would be if a pelvic health practice ran targeted Facebook ads to expectant mothers within a 10-mile radius of their location. Okay, that is a good paid marketing strategy. A bad paid marketing strategy would be to just start out in business and start putting money by boosting random posts on Facebook without any clear objectives or strategy behind it. That would be not a good paid marketing strategy. Okay, so then the third type is called earned marketing. Earned marketing is like something that you earn. So if you do get featured in a local publication because they know you and you're an expert, that's earned. Word of mouth marketing, that's earned. Reviews, that's earned. Being featured as an expert because people reach out to you for quotes and stuff like that, that's earned marketing. Okay, so a good example would be a Pilates studio or a yoga studio gets featured in a local wellness blog because of their unique Pilates for neurologic conditions. Okay, that happened to us. Pilates in the Grove in Miami. Okay, a poor strategy would be like you're not even collecting reviews from your clients that you can use on Google and stuff that would boost your presence on Google. Okay, so now let's move into a lot of what we talked about last week with Connie as why your website is your marketing hub. Okay, this is your digital studio space, so to speak. And it's no longer the days when we could just throw up something on the internet and make it look somewhat decent, be okay. Most people look at things on their phone or their iPads. So it has to be mobile optimized and friendly. Okay. So it is the place, and I truly believe this, when people hear about your name, they're going to do one of two things. They're going to go look you up on social media. They're going to Google you to find your website, which are also look for reviews. They're going to do all of those things before even calling you. So if you have a website that looks like it was made in the 1800s or when it was developed on Fortran, and if you're old enough like I am, you'll understand what Fortran is, then, and you're sending people to this site, it's just going to be a disaster. Okay, so excuse me. What you want, let me just take a quick sip of water here. What you want is to have a clean, mobile-friendly website that clearly says who you are looking, what it is that you do, and you have a clean, easy booking system. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that say don't put your prices on. I am not a believer in that adage. I don't believe in it. I say put your prices on there. Put your prices on there, have an option for people to call you or text you, and also have an option for people to book right away. Okay. I can tell you as a consumer, for the most part, I don't want to talk to anyone. If I have to pick up a phone, I don't want to do it. I had a consultant call with someone this morning who's a pelvic health practice, and she's interested in trying to collaborate with other providers like personal trainers and massage therapists and such. And we were walking through the process and I said, okay, what are you going to do to get in contact with these people? And she said, call them. And I said, no, do not call them. Text, email, social media. I do not want to get on a phone call with anyone. If you call me, I don't even have my voicemail set up. I don't know when the last time I checked my voicemail was. I either you can DM me on social media or you can text me. So as a client, it's important to understand these two dynamics. Now, I understand why people say don't put your prices on the website. So you want to call them and have a talk. I think that's old. I think that's old information. I think right now people don't want to talk on the phone. I just don't think they do. People are busy. And so I don't see an issue with putting your prices on there. You can also have an option for people to call or text you, or but have an option for people to book right away. Okay. And make it clear, very clear where that happens to. All right. So a bad example of a website is one that literally has like broken links. This is one of the worst things. So if you click on a link and it's like a 404, you can't find it. So every month you should have a reminder that you go in and check the links on your website, or even better yet, have someone that doesn't know about your website to go in and check. Have them try to schedule a session. Have them try to find out how to contact you and see how easy it is for a consumer to navigate your website. Okay. So imagine like say you're spending $10 a day on Facebook ads, right? So it's $300 a month, and you're sending them to a website that looks like it's from like 1975. Okay. It doesn't go hand in hand. You're going to already set these people up for a bad experience. So make sure that if you're going to run ads, and this is why I do not recommend people run ads in the beginning of their business, and we're going to talk about why, but if it's important that you send them to a good looking place, okay, that is a very clear and clean and easy to navigate. So let's now talk about the prereqs I believe you need before you start paid marketing. Okay. Number one is you have to have what they call product market fit, proof of concept, unique selling proposition. There's a gazillion acronyms and ways to say it. But basically, you have to have a proven product that people are willing to pay for. Before you start with paid advertising, you have to have a proven product that people are willing to pay for, which is why I'm a big, big believer in the concept of monetize before you make it, sell it before you spend thousands of dollars creating something that you don't know if people even want to buy. So you have to have good product market fit. Okay. People want to buy what you're offering. That's number one. Number two, you have to have clear service offerings. Have you ever been to a restaurant and you open the menu and it's got like 300 things and you get decision fatigue? People don't like that. And when people have too many choices, they often don't make a decision at all. So it's like, be like Cane's Chicken. They serve chicken. That is it. Okay. Chick-fil-A, chicken, sandwiches, and nuggets. And I think they started adding a salad, but just stick with what you know and do that really, really well. So make it easy for people to understand how to work with you and how to buy with you. Okay. Then you have to have a defined target audience. Who is it that you are selling to? And I know people get nervous of this, but the more niche you can become, the better for this. Really, the better. Okay. People are looking for experts. So, for example, this Christa Gurka Fit Biz Strategies, my coaching portion, I work with female American, well, not American, so female health and wellness business owners, brick and mortar in the United States. It's pretty specific. I don't work with all health and wellness companies. I work specifically with females that own a brick and mortar location in the United States. That's who I work with. Okay. So it helps me be very niche in my messaging. And then finally, you need to have a solid website foundation for which you're sending them to. You have to have at least a landing page that is clear, clean, and concise and has a very specific call to action for them to follow. So unless you have those 4 things, I would not advise starting paid marketing. Okay. We had a member in my inner circle group, and I was going over her ads and her ad strategy and looking at some of the results with her and metrics and helping her understand what they actually meant and seeing if we could calculate the return. By the way, it's called ROAS. It's return on ad spend, ROAS, to see how your ads are working, paid ads. Now, what we found out, which she did not know, was the ad was sending her traffic to her homepage. Okay. However, all traffic goes to the homepage. So we couldn't tell which traffic from the homepage was coming specifically from the ad. So one of the things you must do is when you're running an ad, it has to go to a very unique landing page, a unique URL. Now, it could be the same exact page as a homepage, could be exactly the same, look exact, say the same thing, but it has to be a different URL so you can track that the only people that are hitting that page are people that clicked on your ad. Okay, because also sometimes Google says, or Facebook says, do not follow this person anymore, right? With the iOS updates. So you just want to see how many people are on this page. It's the same way when we recommend one of the marketing strategy we use a lot is QR codes at different businesses, etc. But that QR code should go to a landing page on your website that is specifically for someone that clicks on that specific link in the coffee shop. So say you put cute little coffee mugs or something in a coffee shop, you want to have that unique QR code goes to a specific landing page so you can see how many people are landing on that page from that specific coffee shop. You really want to be that specific. So, okay. So what we want to do now is I'm going to help you build your marketing strategy. Yeah, right here, right now, for free. You're welcome. Okay. So here's some of the questions I want you to ask yourself. And if you're driving, come back to this at some point and write it down on a piece of paper or in your notes app or voice record yourself. Okay. So what is your current client acquisition process? In layman's terms, how do people know about you? How do you attract customers to buy from you? Where do your best clients come from? Word of mouth, Google, walking by, referrals. Where do they come from? And what resources, and by resources, we mean both time and money, can you actually commit to this process? If you're first starting out, you probably have more time than money. If you've been in this for a while, like I have more money than time. Okay, so what resources can you commit to this process? So now, different budgets. If you're a beginner budget, smaller business, don't have a lot of cash flow, maybe you're going to be in what we call I call it bootstrap mode. Okay, so why don't you focus on Instagram content and local partnerships? They're free and low cost. Okay. Start providing content on Instagram or YouTube, whatever platform you so choose. Be consistent. Be consistent. And then maybe reach out especially if we're a brick and mortar business, reach out to local people that you can partner with, bookshops. Okay. We partnered with a bookstore and we branded some bookmarks for them. Right. And I think it said Pilates is for the body, what reading is for the mind. And it had a QR code that links specifically to our website. You can do that with coffee shops. Okay. You can do that with running stores. There's so many things you can do with. Can you collaborate on a health and wellness talk with menopause experts or back experts or golf experts or running experts? There's lots of ways you can build community partnerships. Okay. A way that I do not recommend is trying to do everything all the time. So pick a platform, go all in on that platform. So rather than being on like Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn, you get pulled too many directions, pick one, master it, go all in on that one, and then you can move on to the other one. Okay. Um, Small budget. I really believe that investing in a professional website with professional photos and targeted SEO is worth the money. So if you only have a little bit of money, have a photo shoot, get some professional pictures, and have a professional do your website. You don't have to do a gazillion pages. Maybe you have 2 pages on your website. But the more professional it looks from the beginning, how you can capture names and how you can get people into your ecosystem, the better. All right. When you get into growth mode, when you're really able to throw some capital at growth, then you want to use a strategic mix of content marketing, organic marketing, organic content, and paid advertising. So once you have proof of product market fit, meaning you know that what you have is a good product, you've sold it before, you have a unique selling proposition, you know who your customer is, some of your marketing has been working organically, word of mouth, etc., then you can move into paid advertising. It is important that if you're going to use paid advertising, you still stay relatively consistent with organic support. Okay. Now, some people believe that the whole idea behind paid is that you don't need the organic. I don't know that I 100% agree with that. However, I like to use the organic content to boost basically the proof of what's working and what's doing best, and then throw some money behind that. Okay. So now let's go into what you can do when you have low budget, low cost ways that you can start your marketing foundations really well. Google profile. It used to be called Google My Business. We talked a little bit about it with Connie. Okay. It's free. It's free. All right. Put photos of your space up there, maybe of your classes. Change the photos monthly or add new photos monthly. Set a reminder. Okay. Put regular updates about events. Respond to your reviews. It takes nothing. There's a link that you can get the reviews right to your inbox, and you can respond to them right from there. Even bad reviews. Update your holiday hours. Update parking. Okay. Use the Google business profile. Seriously, use it. Then word of mouth. Okay. Are you encouraging your raving fans to refer to you? How can you do that? Can you run a referral contest? Okay. Easy enough, ask for reviews. You should have an automated system that's after someone's first session or their last session, that it automatically asks them for a review. Send it to everyone and you'll get 50% return. Can you put a QR code up around your location that says, it really helps us grow, leave us a review? Okay. Even if it's just a rating, it does help. Can you share client before and after success stories? Before treatment, after treatment, before doing yoga, after doing yoga, before massage, after massage. Pictures are great, okay, but also getting customer-centric testimonials from the people themselves, how they felt before, how they feel after. People really see themselves in that, okay? Organic social media, posting on a consistent basis. Even if it's what you can handle is 2 days a week, then at least just be consistent with 2 days a week. Okay. Do you have a Facebook business page? Can you update those pages the same way you update your Google business profile? Okay. YouTube is a great place to be too. It's a great search engine. It's a second largest search engine besides Google, and Google owns YouTube. So, there you go. Okay. Email marketing. Big fan of email marketing. One, you can get on a very low cost platform with MailChimp or ConvertKit or Constant Contact or Active Campaign. There's so many. I personally love ConvertKit. You can get on a low cost tier when you start. Okay. You can use nurture sequences, welcome sequences, update monthly newsletters, right? Client success stories. They don't have to be long. They can be a weekly email and it's like 3 sentences. It's just a way for people to stay in your stratosphere. Now, what we do in our programs is we really get granular with this email marketing strategy and like, how do you teach, or how do you get your clients to your readers to look at your links, to click on your stuff? How do you train them to open it? It's by providing good content on a consistent basis. Okay. Community engagement. Can you engage in other local Facebook groups? Nextdoor is sometimes a good place to be. Offering suggestions. The other thing is give before you ask. Don't always be asking. Sometimes give referrals, comment on like-minded businesses' posts, even if they're a competitor. All right. Be involved in the community so people see your names coming up over and over. Now, those are low cost or free. If you want to move up into the next level where you have to pay a little bit, okay, blog posts, SEO optimized blog posts. Sometimes you have to pay a little bit, maybe to have a person do an audit and give you some feedback on SEO. But right now, there's great stuff you can do with AI around SEO optimized blog postings, free downloads, free opt-ins. If you're going to ask someone for their email, ask them, you have to provide something worthwhile. Right. And then you can always run some ads behind that: lead magnet, client acquisition. This podcast, it costs me a little bit of money because I actually do pay someone to edit it and come up with the graphics and stuff just because I don't have time, but it's really not a lot of money. Okay. And I know a lot of people that do everything on their podcast themselves. They talk, they edit, they do everything themselves. I love this podcast. I love to talk. Okay. Optimizing your website. Can you pay someone to either build it from scratch? I recommend Squarespace. And can you get a booking system? I recommend Moments. I am now a pro partner with Moments. So I have a whole program where I can get Moments users or people thinking about using. I can get them all my white labeled sequences and triggers and all of that stuff. Okay. And using SEO implementation on your website, keywords, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So branded materials, they can sometimes cost a little bit of money, but can you brand water bottles? Can you brand t-shirts? Can you brand, I don't really do business cards anymore. I don't think anyone has business cards anymore, but workout mats, hats. I know my colleagues in the North do like little beanies and winter beanies or scarves. Like we thought at one point in Miami doing umbrellas because it's always raining down here. But what can you brand that you can either give away as gifts or sell that will take your name out into the community and the world? Okay. So higher cost marketing, right? Professional web development with a custom design. I do refer to Connie a lot, Connie Holland, for your website. I think her business name, no, I don't think, I know it's Pixality, Pixality, Pixality.com. I also refer to Jess from Jess Creatives, and hers is jesscreatives.com. I'll link all those up in the show notes. They're great. They both do Squarespace sites, and getting professional photos done to make sure that and when you get professional photos done, make sure it's not just a bunch of instructors doing all these high advanced Pilates workouts. If you cater to an older clientele, you should get some of your actual clients to be on your website and in your social content. Okay. Maybe you pay to be in a print ad, be on the cover. For me, if I'm going to be on a magazine, I'm going to pay to be on the cover. We've been on the cover of a few magazines where we earned it, and we've paid for the majority of them. Okay. So if I want to be in a magazine, I'm going to be on the cover, and I'm also going to not just run an ad. I'm going to ask for like an advertorial, which means I get to write some copy and some content. So it just gives me a little more ability to resonate with the readers and such. Okay. And then, of course, you can go into paid digital marketing, Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, LinkedIn if it's business for business, B2B, business to business, retargeting ads. Okay. There's lots and lots and lots of ways that you can optimize SEO. You can use backlinks in other people's blogs. You can have a huge content and keyword strategy that goes very, very specific. You can pay a PR person to get you some media coverage, whether that be with influencer partnerships, get on TV, be in a magazine, be on the cover of a magazine. All of that stuff is great. And that costs money. So it's not necessarily something you have to do, but as you move up this tier where you have less time and more money, it might be something that interests you. Okay. So let's talk a little bit. I'm going to actually give you an example of like ad strategy and things and how they all get lumped together. Okay. So I'm going to use a Pilates studio as an example just because I want to. Okay. I think it's going to be easy to understand. So they enroll. So let's say Pilates in the Grove. We enroll in a starter. We have a starter package of 3 classes. Ours is actually 3 classes for $79. And our highest monthly membership is 20 classes, and that's for $449. Okay. So we have a $79 intro offer, and then our lowest tier membership of 4 classes is $129. Okay. Our average client stays so that would be called the lifetime value of our customer. The lifetime value of a customer is 10 months at Pilates in the Grove. And now we're running Facebook ads to get new clients. Okay. So CPC, when you see CPC, it stands for cost per click. Cost per click. This is what you pay each time someone clicks on your ad. Okay. And if you have a monthly ad spend of $500 and that gets you 250 clicks, then your cost per click is $2. Okay. Cost per click. That's just the click. Now, cost per acquisition, CPA, is what you pay to acquire one paying customer. So if of those 250 clicks that got to wherever you're sending them, and it cost you $2, 50 of those people filled out a contact form. Okay, so it's 20% of people that clicked on your ad filled out a contact form. Of those 50 people, 10 people purchased the starter package. So that's another 20% conversion. So the cost per acquisition is $500 divided by 10, because you got 10 paying customers from that ad spend. So it's $50 to acquire a new client. Now, for us, if the lifetime value of a client for us lasts 10 months, and on average, someone spends roughly about $300 a month at our studio, okay, that's $3,000, the average lifetime value of a customer, $3,000. So what do you think? Do you think that spending $50 to acquire a customer to get $3,000 in return is a good return on your ad spend? I would say yes. I would say yes. Now, if my cost per acquisition started to get up to like $200, $300, $400, 400 to 3,000, yeah, but I still think it's a little too much, right? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not even. Okay. But you have to, in order for that to happen, you really have to have the back end systems set up really, really, really well. Okay. So you want to make sure that's still profitable. You want to make sure that you're checking this over and over. How can you optimize it better? Now, I think that is still a little, because I think honestly, the conversion rate of cold audience, meaning people don't know about you, is 1%. So if you get 250 clicks on your site on average, you're going to get probably like two people to sign up, maybe. So I don't know that these conversion rates are really ideal here for this example that I pulled up. But what you want to know is, what can you afford to spend to acquire a new customer? Okay. The other thing that you can do is you can see where the kink in the chain is. So if you're spending $500 a month and you're getting a lot of clicks, right? Your cost per click is down to like pennies on the dollar, but nobody's signing up. There's some disconnect between your ad and your landing page. If you're not getting a lot of clicks, there's something wrong with the ad itself. Okay. So you can determine, rather than just like scrap the whole process, you can figure out where the kink in the chain is and just try to fix that. Okay. And when I have Courtney on, who will be on next week, we're going to talk all about different ad strategy, ad metrics, what we are looking for, okay, in our ad, how to test different creatives, which means the type of creative that you use in your ad, how to test different copy, how to refine your target audience, all of that stuff. We're going to talk a little bit on the ads call with her. Okay. Now, percentage, a healthy percentage to spend on marketing is about 10 to 12% for healthy businesses. Now, if you are growing and you're in a huge growth phase, maybe you are spending 20% on marketing, but it really, really is important that you have a clear ROI on that marketing strategy. Is it working? Okay. So that means if you have a $500,000 business and you're growing, you're in a hockey stick growth phase, you might be spending $100,000 on marketing. That marketing could be photo shoots, website, all the things we talked today, ads, influencer marketing, paid advertising, all of the stuff is considered marketing. All right. So it is important that you understand all the different ways that you can market your business. And you want to understand which is going to be the best for you to go all in on first, master that, test it, analyze it, assess it. Is it working? Do more or do less? Okay. So I hope by the end of this episode, which is now, you are a little more clear on all the different channels of marketing: earned, paid, and organic, and where you are in your business growth and what you should really be focusing on, and maybe some of the fundamentals that you need to review. All right. And really work on. So I hope this was helpful. Marketing is a big thing we talk about in all of our mentorship groups, the FitBiz community membership, as well as the Beyond the Movement Inner Circle. If you're interested in exploring either of those opportunities, I invite you to visit my website, www.christagurka.com. You can head on over to the Work With Me page. And if you thought this was interesting and you liked it, I'd love if you took a screenshot and tagged me on Instagram at Christa Gurka. And until next time, my friends, bye for now, everyone.